Sar Correctional Center near Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Saturday, April 4th, 2009.
Italian! You come here right now!
The prisoner obeys, but he obeys slowly. A little too slowly. He's called Kasper. He's an Italian prisoner. Kasper has been his code name for a long time, his battle name in a life filled with battles. Now his only battle is to stay alive. The capo shouts again. He has a hoarse voice. Among his powers, barking is the least dangerous. He narrows his eyes and growls out orders that split the silence of the already sweltering early morning. The capo is the name Kasper has given him because he acts exactly like the capos in the Nazi concentration camps. His Cambodian name is, of course, different and unpronounceable. He's a prisoner too, the capo is, but of a higher category. He helps the guards manage the camp. The job offers some satisfactions. For example, he's allowed to beat lower-ranking prisoners and does so regularly, with pleasure, and he can get money from them in exchange for protection and favors. He tried that with Kasper. One night, he and some other capos and an armed guard came to teach Kasper a lesson. They'd done this before, during his first days in the prison, by way of welcoming him to Sar. At the time, Kasper was still in bad shape, hardly able to stand up. They used rubber-coated iron pipes, which cause great pain but no open wounds. As part of the welcome, they broke his nose and mauled his left ear. They looked satisfied. "Bravo, Italian," someone said. 2 more kicks. They were laughing. Having learned how things worked in the prison, Kasper had prepared himself accordingly. When the 2 men who had beaten him that first night came back, he was ready. The match was brief. They gathered up their injured and withdrew. But that was certainly not the end of it. The following day they tossed him into solitary confinement, into a tiger cage. A tiger cage is a 10-foot deep hole, closed at the top with a metal grate, through which they pass you shitty food and shitty water. When it rains, the hole floods, and then you must swim, along with the rats and cockroaches. Eventually you have to press your face against the grate and hope the water doesn't rise any higher. A real nightmare for any prisoner, and the worst possible nightmare for someone who suffers from claustrophobia. They left him in there for days, but ever since they let him out, they've steered clear of him. According to Chuchet, the guard who's been protecting him for some time, they've nicknamed Kasper the Animal. Chuchet has explained that the money Kasper receives from his family in Italy will soon enable him, Chuchet, to change his life for the better. "We're friends," he tells Kasper in English. "Friends, for sure," Kasper repeats. Kasper doesn't want to die. He wants to walk away from Sar on his own 2 feet and forget everything about it, including the brute who barks at him. The capo knows a few words of English, enough to communicate with the non-Cambodian prisoners, who constitute a tiny minority. A few Thais, 2 Chinese, a small group of Vietnamese. Among 500 poor wretches, Kasper's the only Westerner. "Go to entrance." The capo's already pointing in the proper direction. "News for you." Kasper looks him straight in the eyes, only for a moment. He doesn't want a confrontation. Not today. Of all days. Today everything has to go smoothly. They're both naked from the waist up, both sweating, given the temperature in the hundreds and the humidity that crawls under your skin. The capo's checkered krama scarf is wrapped round his head. He stares at Kasper. His mouth barely moves when he repeats, "Go, Italian." Kasper heads for his news. He believes he knows what the news will be. So, here we are. Maybe it's really going to happen. It is happening, on this Saturday morning in April, and he can scarcely believe it. He drags his Ho Chi Minh sandals and keeps a tight hold, both hands, on a precious nylon sack, hiding it as best he can. It's camouflaged, wrapped up in a t-shirt. He tries to put on his best mask. The time has come. He's got to make it. He's got to. He doesn't want to end up like the others, like the ones he's seen in the past months and months. The tortured, the stomped, shattered, mangled, the drowned wretches face down in the rice fields. Kasper doesn't want his life to end that way. He wants to go home to Italy. Today's stakes are all or nothing. But if he's never to leave Presar, if that's his fate, then he'll meet it like a soldier. He squeezes the camouflaged bundle in his hands. Yes, indeed, he will cause some shit before they take him out, because on this Saturday, April 4th, 2009, dying seems preferable to the hell he's been thrown into. Whatever happens, one way or the other, Kasper's leaving by the main door, today and forever.